Happy Sunday, everybody. I really wish that I didn't care, but I am anxious right now because I'm doing the thing that I coach all my singers not to do right now, and I am attaching to an outcome. And I'm annoyed with myself because I see how it's creating anxiety, and I also need to drink my own medicine in the sense that I need to recognize that I'm attaching to this outcome and I need to let it go. And so the thing that I'm attaching to, and that I really wish I didn't care, but I do, is we do retreats for the singers who are in my tribe. And so we have a retreat that's coming up in September. And these retreats are amazing, transformational experiences for the singers who come do them. And so the one we have coming up in September, and we have room for about 12 singers. And so we are half sold out, which is awesome. It's fantastic because it's only July and the retreat's not till September, but we're half sold out. And the super early bird deadline has passed, and the early bird deadline, and it's different pricing depending on, super early bird, regular early bird. The regular early bird deadline is coming up at the end of this coming week. And I am in anxiety because in past retreats, we have sold out by the end of the early bird deadline. And I don't know if this is going to happen at the end of this week or not. And I am attaching to that outcome because I know how amazing these experiences are for the singers who come and do them. I mean, all the singers we've done 3 already, they go home, and what they create after they've been in this incredible environment is like, one of them got 18 show gig of a musical, another one recorded an album that she had been putting off. In any case, I am in anxiety because I'm attaching to a sold out retreat. That's the outcome that I'm attaching to. And of course, it always happens. We always sell it out. But in my mind, it's triggering all of that that anxiety. And these are the things that we coach our singers around, because I'm having it around selling out this retreat, but they're having it around the audition that they're about to go do, or the record that they're about to record, or even just in their own practice, being able to expand their range, expand their influence, expand their impact. And when we're attached to an outcome, it never goes well. It creates anxiety, we suffer, so we don't enjoy the process, whether it's something in your singing or something else in your life, like this with me, with the retreats that we're doing. And so you suffer in the process, and odds are it causes you to contract in a way that you don't really act on your own behalf in ways that actually serve that outcome anyway. And I think for me, it all goes back to purpose, which is, the work that I do with singers, it creates an immense sense of purpose for me. But when I'm attached to that purpose for my feeling of success or my feeling of worth, or when I'm attached to the purpose for my feeling of purpose, which I'll explain in a second because that sounds weird, but when I'm attached to the outcome to achieve that feeling of purpose, that external thing giving me that purpose, it triggers, it's very triggering. And so one of the things that I was thinking about, my meditation teacher talks a lot about this idea of purpose. And, if I wasn't so attached to the idea of my purpose being to transform singers and to help singers be able to achieve bigger careers and bigger impact than they ever could have imagined, which is what we do every day in this work. But I can't be attached to the outcome of that for my feeling of accomplishment and purpose. The outcome of this retreat cannot define my feeling of purpose, just like the outcome of the audition or the performance or the record or whatever cannot define my singer's feeling of purpose. If it does, then we hold on too tight and we suffer and we're in anxiety, and then we don't enjoy the process, and then we don't do things that could actually further that outcome in the first place. And so what my meditation teacher often talks about, which I've been thinking about as I try to write my own mindset around what we're doing, is what is purpose anyway? Like, what is purpose? Is your purpose to be a singer? Is your purpose to be a performer? Is my purpose to be a transformational coach? Somebody might say yes, it is. But when I zoom out and I have the more spiritual perspective, my meditation teacher says, you are alive, and other things that are alive, like you think of the trees, a squirrel, a flower, a fish. Purpose of a fish It's just to be a fish. The purpose of a tree is just to be a tree. Like the fish isn't running around being like, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? You know, things that are alive, all the purpose of the things that are alive is just to be alive and just to be. And that's hard to wrap your head around because we want to feel useful. We want to feel like we're up to something in this world. But what if, just like the purpose of a tree, it's alive and its purpose is just to be the most tree it can possibly be? What if that's the same for me? What if that's the same for my singers? What if my purpose is just to be the most Arden I can possibly be, in the same way that that tree's purpose is just to be the most tree that it is, because that's all it ever does? What if your purpose is just to be the most you can possibly be? And so then the journey of our lives becomes figuring out who that is. So my purpose in talking about this today is because I'm wrapped up in the outcome of this retreat. I want 6 more singers to come because it's so freaking amazing, and the work that we do and the transformation, and you know, when they leave, they sound better. They're on fire in their energy, and they go out and they create these incredible things in their careers after being in this little 4-day incubator of these retreats. And I know that, but I can't attach to the outcome of that for anybody else. Because if I'm attaching my purpose to external outcomes, then I'm going to be in anxiety. And so I wish I didn't care. I do. I want to sell out the retreat. And we will, when I let go of the outcome and just allow my purpose to shine through, which is me being me, which is me just coming on here and talking to you about the things that go through my head. So if you're in my tribe, so these retreats, guys, these are not for people who are outside of my tribe, so you have to have done one of my programs to come. But if you're in my tribe and you want to come, DM me, because the early bird deadline is closing at the end of this week. If you're not in my tribe, or you're in my tribe, examine purpose today as something wider, as something not attached to an outcome, but to lean in and absorb that our greatest purpose is just to be us, and that is the purpose of our lifetimes, to be the most Arden that I can possibly be, to be the most you that you can possibly be, and anything else that we do outside of that is an accomplishment that stems from that, whether it's standing on stage in front of 30,000 people, whether it's writing a song that touches somebody, whether it's being a parent. So today I'm going to exhale, and I'm not going to be in anxiety. I'm just going to allow myself to be in my purpose, which is just to be me and to do what I'm going to do today, which is enjoy my Sunday and be in the footwork and let go of the outcome. So I hope you do too. Bye.